Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently in land grab mode here, and we are attempting to grab as much territory as we can get away with. The real question is, how much can we get away with? Well, the answer is apparently quite a bit. This is down here. An ancient space station of some kind has been located at the edge of the Sasson station, or rather system. The strong residual subspace signature that surrounds the station indicates that it may be a gateway of sorts, part of a theoretical network of similar stations that at some point would have allowed for near instantaneous travel between different parts of the galaxy. Assuming this is a gateway, its current state of disrepair has rendered it unusable. If it could be restored into working order, its owner would potentially be able to access any other functional gateways in the galaxy, enabling travel across huge distances in a matter of days. Beautiful. Okay, so that's down over here. We of course have all of this over in Trappist, and we're very interested in getting our hands on that. For the time being, we're building our mining stations over here and up here as well, so that's completely okay. We're heading down to the Gruner system here. Our mandate was unfulfilled. I don't even know what our mandate was. I'll be honest. Sure. Okay, so the mandate's unfulfilled. Sad. What type of world is this? Tomb? Okay. And there we go, gravitic sensors. Beautiful. What are we going to grab next? Research station output? Yes, I think research station output will be pretty good. We'll go ahead and grab that one. The UES Galileo crew have traced the Gruner distress signal to its source, uncovering a crumbling Gruner research facility hanging in orbit of an otherwise long-abandoned planet. The facility is reaching critical energy failure, having survived for millions of years on an extensive network of solar panels and decaying auto-repair systems, all of which are now approaching terminal status. Shockingly enough, the scans of the facility are revealing the presence of a single life form. The crew have dispatched an away team and are ready to report. On screen. Deep in the dilapidated ruins of the time-worn Gruner research facility, among the long-defunct computer panels and deteriorated research equipment, our ship's crew has made an incredible find. Pincushioned by nutrient tubes and critically failing life support systems lies one single organism, the last bowel, miraculously still alive, surrounded by the sludgy remains of other specimens in a row of cracked and leaking vats. Owing to our extensive previous archaeological studies on the species, we should be able to attempt communications with this last specimen. Then let us try. A visitor? Can it be? The bowel shudders in its vat. But you are not the ones who put us here, though you came as the alarms sound. Have you come to give us peace at last? Perhaps, but first we have a few questions. The bowel is silent for several minutes. No, I'm not going to do for several minutes. Then ask. We've waited millennia. We can endure a moment more. Tell us about yourself. Long minutes pass before the bowel responds. Our self. Yes. What is there to tell? We sat beneath the stars on soft earth, unfurled our leaves like sails to the sun overhead. We remember every drop of water that quenched them in the parched summers, every shivering horror that blanketed them in winters. We bent in the wind as the stars wheeled overhead. We were uprooted. We were burned. We were sliced. We were left here. We watched our others rot in their glass prisons. What happened to the bowel? Again, the bowel is long silent before managing a reply. When the burners came, entire colonies were silenced before the danger was known to us. Like a limb gone limp, nerves cut suddenly and totally at the base. And then we lost the next, and the next, and the next. One by one, their voices left the chorus. We lost our others. Their silence deafened us who remained. Can you understand, visitor? We could not bear to hear more agony. The burners were swift, like you, swifter. And before we could withdraw, they had set us all aflame, all burnt to ash, and the air filled with that gray agony, the dust of our lost. Would you like to join us? A sort of shiver runs through the bowel. You have the distinct impression it is laughing. No. We've lived too long in this wretched state. Now we long only for an end. Though first, would you tell us? We've been sealed here for so long. blind to all but this room, watching the stale air slowly wear the station down to his metal bones. Tell us, does our kind yet live? In a sense, though they are no longer sapient. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, the leaves of the last bough shrivel in on themselves, just a little more. Perhaps that is best. The machine pumping mysterious fluids in and out of the creature's body begin to sputter and hiss. It is clearly on its last mechanical gasp, and the bowel will perish without it. Silence. Yes. At last it approaches. We welcome it, as our brethren did so long ago. Farewell, human. May your kin endure less agony in this world. Farewell. So we found them as a relic. Okay, so let's take a look in our society management here. So we have the last bowel here. It will cost us 3,000 to activate. A passive effect of a 10% pop growth speed increase. That's huge. Unlocks a decision new bowel life seeding, granting the ability to turn one non-Ecumenopolis, non-Hive world, non-Machine world planet into a Gaia world. That's pretty good. Okay. So we have this science ship here. We do have additional archaeological digs here, and there's a second one, isn't there? I thought we had a second one. Yes, we do. Where are you? Ah, down here. Okay, we don't have that claimed yet. Got it. So for the time being, I think we're going to come up and excavate this archaeological dig up here. We already read through the intro for that one in the last episode, so we don't need to continue that for now. So that'll be great.
Updated.
Okay, Valentina Pilicheva was elected. Cool. And we're surveying down over this way for the time being. We have a choice to make. Do we go this direction, or do we go this direction? For the time being, we don't really know. We just have to guess, is the answer. Okay?
Survey complete.
Cool. So we're going to head down here. I mean, technically we could head out without surveying and just travel out over this way and then decide where we want to survey after that, after we get this info. But I suspect we're going to want to go both ways ultimately. So that will, that'll be a bit of a thing. We're going to head down this way for the moment. And as far as our construction ships go, they are both still constructionating, so that is perfect. Excellent. Encounter in Bintu. Okay, Gamma aliens down here in Bintu. And we will look into those. We will send Hubert Javin to go look at that. Fantastic. Let's see what we get there. Yes, yes, we've heard it all before. We are the Yuru Archivists, and you are the Human Star League. Greetings, well met, stay out of our space or face certain doom, and so forth. Now, if you'll excuse us, we're quite busy. I mean, sure, but you have to vote. You have to vote. Voting is mandatory. Voting is not optional. Our citizens all send their regards. They don't care about our political maneuvering. But, they need to. Okay, so they're down over this way. Interesting. We also see some space amoebas up over here. And the Vor can now subjugate us. Hilarious. We do definitely want to upgrade a defensive station here. And we want to upgrade one here as well. So we'll go ahead and do that.
Technology discovered.
And this tech world here requires a job. It does have extra physics research. We are in need of more consumer goods, but, well, we could put in a civilian industry here. We're probably going to need a civilian industry on basically every planet, as is. For the moment, we'll go ahead and do that, and we did finish up our society research from researchers. That's great. Food from farmers is pretty good here because we are low on food. So we'll go ahead and grab that. Excellent. Okay. So we're not sure what's going on with the Gamma aliens down here. That's not these guys. We'll keep looking into the Gamma aliens. Yeah, we already knew that the Vor can use the subjugation CB. That's not new news.
Complete.
Okay, so we're going to head down to Eel next, and we'll build a starbase down here. Only 41 at this point. That's great. Our sensors have detected a particularly clear repeating signal from the Gamma aliens that seems to offer our linguists excellent material for codifying their language. They're optimistic that we'll be able to make some significant progress on the back of this stroke of luck. Cool. And this factory world here requires a job. Obviously, we need more consumer goods, so we are going to put in an industrial district here. Beautiful. The Slurpanor can now also subjugate us. Okay.
Construction complete.
Following the sighting of unidentified spacecraft in the Bintu system, all forces in the vicinity have been ordered to assume a heightened state of readiness, as per standard protocol. Intelligence is still analyzing what little data we have on the bogey, but it appears capable of hyperspace travel. Offensive capabilities remain unknown, as this likely represents our first contact with new alien civilizations. We should take steps to decipher their communications. Keep at it. Okay. That's very vague, but sure.
Anomaly detected.
Cool. This is a nice, easy anomaly here. It will require extensive probing, but could garner a substantial find. Well, we'll look into that. Oh, humans, the last haul! You would not believe it. Crates and crates overflowed with munitions, cubic tons of it. Come, please, look. What can you offer us? We've noticed your mining station in orbit of Mercury. It extracts energy, does it not? We can assist. We can grant you a satellite, one fitted with a clever technology. We call it the Racket Energy Extractor. It will remain in orbit and increase the amount of energy credits you can obtain from Mercury's surface. Now for the cost. We've run afoul of some legalities, minor details, very trivial, but it would require some witness, some support, an upstanding face to back our cause. Would your strong and wise nation vouch for us, poor trustworthy traders, very innocent, whose only mistake was a distraction of the mind, a mere oversight, that led to the transgression of some pesky legislature? 70 influence for 5 energy credits per month, forever. I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to do it. Okay. Cool. So that gets us a few more energy credits flowing in. That's great. This tomb world has 80% habitability? What? Oh, for the Racket. They have a tomb world preference. That makes sense, actually. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. The UES Scouts crew is reporting that they found something spectacular on Bintu 4. On the surface lies traces of an explorative expedition of another civilization. Left behind are some well-preserved documents and artifacts. The proposed action by Chief Science Officer Elsa Meyer is to send the text findings to our homeworld for translation. There's also the possibility to sell them off to a private investor. Yeah, no, we're going to translate it.
Log updated.
Cool. Let's go ahead and do so. Up to 15 per month. Well, we are working on our food, so that'll be fine. Okay, the Ganges is not doing anything. Let's head out to Zosma. Cool. Through hard work and experience, Commissary General Valentina Polichevo has developed new skills. So, cool, she's adaptable now.
Survey complete.
Okay. The Bintu system has been surveyed at this point. That is up over here. So this all dead ends. So we need to go into Ilya.
Anomaly detected.
The mineral composition of Strubius 4A does not match projections. We're going to definitely look into that. And we definitely want to take over Trappist over here. Now, one thing we could definitely do is colonize this with our Racket refugees. That's something that we could do. And we will do so. Cool. Thorough scans have revealed the cause of Strubius 4A's odd metal composition. The moon is the crash site of dozens of massive spaceships, larger than anything we could have ever imagined. Their construction dates back several million years. The materials will surely come in handy. Indeed they will.
Construction complete.
Okay. Our starport at Murga is now done. Gun battery, missile battery, and disruption field generator. Now, we don't expect these outposts to actually hold up any measurable amount of time at this tech level, so it is what it is. They're going to delay and do some damage. The Orinoco requires orders, and it will build mining stations in Eel before heading into Trappist. Cool. We can also settle this Savannah world. We have a first contact event pending here. Our attempts to learn more about the Gamma aliens have so far been in vain. While we're able to easily ascertain that they clearly form part of a technologically advanced alien civilization, further facts have proven elusive as they seem to be going to considerable effort to prevent us and any other eavesdroppers from intercepting any signals from them. We have therefore only managed to intercept small fragments of their language so far. However, from the glimpses we've gleaned, our linguists are confident that they will be able to decipher their communications if we can just acquire a greater sample size. Well, we'll look into that. Hopefully we'll be able to figure that one out. And this connects over here. Okay. We're going to head out over this way for the moment.
Technology discovered.
And there's research station output. Beautiful. Wormhole travel. There's wormhole stabilization. That is a rare tech. And we're going to grab that right now since we do have wormholes in our vicinity, or at least one wormhole. There's one over here. It may be the same connection. And there's, of course, one in Sirius as well. So, yeah, we'll definitely grab wormhole travel here. Next up... I think ceramo metal armor is the way to go here. Why do we have so little engineering research coming in? That's a whole lot less than our physics. Okay, good to know. So we're negative on food and consumer goods right now.
Complete.
Splendid! Philosophical mindset. Okay. So we're going to finish up this industrial district. That should put us back positive on consumer goods for the time being. Yes. Only a little bit positive, though.
Detected.
Okay, one thing I would like to do is go into our edicts here. We're currently running research subsidies. This recycling campaign is too expensive right now. We'll come back to that. Okay. Good to know. Yes, our intel is falling on the Vor. We know that. We only have our 2 envoys for the moment. And I would definitely like to colonize out over here with the Racket. Done. The Ganges, of course, is going to build research stations out here in Zosma, and then head over and building Gamma Valorum. Beautiful. Okay, so we're continuing to grab everything that we can. We're going to be a very large empire, just to start with, and that's good. That's very, very good. Yeah, the Vor can subjugate if they want. I doubt they will. The present dark and lifeless interior of the space station almost succeeds in hiding the fact that it must have been designed as some kind of luxurious pleasure palace. There are seemingly endless rows of rusty slot machines, hundreds of decrepit bars and restaurants, and amidst it all, thousands of bodies. Dead, partially mummified aliens of at least a dozen species can be found everywhere, but most of the bodies are clustered around the empty escape pod base. Curious. Okay. Well, we'll continue looking into that one. And we're going to need a good amount of alloys here pretty soon. We're also going to need to eliminate these space amoebas eventually. Ceramo metal armor will increase the power of our corvettes pretty dramatically. And there's some food coming in. Beautiful. Edicts Fund. That's not bad. Habitability is really good here too. We're going to take the habitability to lessen our consumer goods consumption. I'm pretty sure that's consumer goods, right? Hang on. Let's check one of... We can't do that there. Okay. Yeah, it already has a planned colony. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Well, we can look into here. Resources from jobs. Maybe it's from... Let's see, the habitability here. Yeah. Yeah, it's habitability that gives us pop upkeep increases. I thought so. So that will reduce our upkeep with both food and consumer goods by increasing that habitability, I believe. So this tech world requires a job. Obviously, we are going to put in our research lab. There we go.
Survey complete.
Okay, so we finished surveying in Ilya. We'll come back to this archaeological site in a moment, and we will survey out here in Horsham. Cool. Our efforts to decipher the signals picked up from the Gamma aliens have paid off, and we've finally made a breakthrough. While our mastery of their language may not be complete, we've managed to successfully open diplomatic channels with the civilization we now know to be the Omniforge.
An alien empire is making contact.
Oh my. Initiating First Contact Protocol. We are the Omniforge. Do not be alarmed by our non-organic nature. Like you, we are a fully sapient Class 3 civilization. We are willing to engage in diplomacy with any human subunits you designate for this purpose. Once again, a machine intelligence only gets one vote. For the record, they're a Gestalt consciousness, they only get one vote. But they will vote. Fantastic. Okay, so that of course means that we can go back to spying on the Vor technocracy, and we will certainly do so with Hubert Javan. Seoberg Prime here needs an upgrade to its reassembled ship shelter, which we will go ahead and build right now. Cool. So that's all well and good. And apparently we finished this up, and I didn't realize that. Cool. This derelict station was once known as the Star Petal, and it was apparently a celebrated luxury resort in this corner of the galaxy nearly 1,000 years ago. A small fleet of tugs would drag the station to a new exotic location each year, but IRLE 6 appears to have been its last. I almost said 4, but that's definitely 6. For unclear reasons, the station was pulled into the gas giant's atmosphere, where it suffered critical damage. Curious. Well, we'll continue trying to isolate those reasons.
Detected.
The asteroid GF53AT is emitting some form of radiation in controlled bursts. Is someone trying to communicate with us? Probably. We'll look into that. The Omniforge closed borders with us. They are way out here, so we don't really care. The Murga starbase finished its construction queue. Cool. The UES Santa Maria's survey of the asteroid is temporarily halted as a probe is caught by an errant gravitational anomaly. The probe manages to transmit some data before it's brutally crushed by the extreme forces that completely dissipate soon after. Well, at least nobody got hurt.
Complete.
Okay. So we've finished our construction queues in each of our stronghold stations, and we can activate our relic if we wanted to. I think we hold off on that because I would like to continue getting our Ascension perks, but that's something that we can do in, like, the late game. Cool. The archaeologists working on the Star Petal have gathered sufficient clues and evidence to paint a reasonably clear picture of the station's final days. A stray asteroid impacted the station, knocking it into an orbit that would soon plunge it into IRLE 6's atmosphere. Station-keeping thrusters could not compensate, and the command staff soon issued an evacuation order. Unfortunately, the station only had enough escape pods to evacuate a fraction of its passengers, and mass panic soon erupted. Those who were not trampled to death perished when the station's environmental systems failed as it drifted deeper into the gas giant. Curious. Well, there's still more to figure out with that one, so that's fine. We will go ahead and do so.
Construction complete.
Okay, we finished up construction over this direction in Gamma Valarum, and we'll build our mining station and then a starbase out in Nacella. Our science ship is down over this way, and we're going to continue to push down to here for the time being. Cool. We're not seeing a lot of limits to our borders right now. So that's very, very interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. But it is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we will continue to expand our borders. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Ken2In, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Kadra, Raw Potato, Elmichi Nazi, Justin Everett, Emiliano Cambron, Martin Lawrence, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.